Didn't wake, but it's alright. It's alright. Today I didn't wake, but it's alright. And though it didn't feel good, it's alright. Today I didn't wake, but it's alright.
Okay, let's jump right into it. I'm going to be priming my eye using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. I'm just going to put that all over my lid and buff it in with my finger. And once that's nice and blended out, I'm going to be going in with my translucent powder with the big e.l.f. fluffy brush. And I'm just going to pat this all over my eye, setting the concealer. This is going to prevent it from getting all blotchy when I'm trying to blend later and make it a whole lot easier. Always set your eye after you prime it. Then I'm going to be going in with the Mercier powder in medium and use it as a transition shade for my crease. And once that's in, I'm going to go in with Limit from the Naked 3 palette on an e.l.f. pencil brush. And I'm just going to be buffing in my crease, kind of giving me a guideline. I'm also using this as a transition color, but it's going to give me a guideline to where my crease is going to go. And once that's nice and blended, I'm going to go in with Nooner, also from the same palette on the same brush. And once that's nice and packed in, I'm going to go in with the Bright Pink from my Electric palette in the shade Savage. Using the same brush, I'm going to buff that into my crease, and I'm keeping it higher than my crease, a bit higher, because whenever I go in with my glitter, I always go above my crease, so I still want the pink to show. And I'm going to be buffing that in a bit and making sure I blend the edges as I go. And then you're going to see me go in with a cranberry shade. It's a darker maroon cranberry shade. I didn't post a picture of it because I don't even know the brand. It's a cheap cranberry eyeshadow, but it works pretty good. So I'm just buffing that in, but any maroon eyeshadow will do. I'm just deepening it a bit with it. I'm going to make sure to keep on blending, and I'm going to keep packing that in there until I get the color that I want. Now you're going to see me take my Naked 3 brush, and I'm going to take the brightest highlight in my Tarteist palette in the shade Strobe. I'm just going to use that to highlight my brow bone, and I got a little bit of fallout on my eyeshadow, so I'm just taking that pencil brush and dusting it off a bit. And now I'm going to go in with the same concealer, the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm just going to start carving out my crease. I'm going to start with the end. Now, I struggled a little bit because I was a bit far from the mirror when I was trying to do it, but I'm basically going to make sure that I go over my crease. This is going to prevent it from smudging, and I'm keeping it a bit high near my eyebrow because I do want to do a wing with the look. So I'm trying to make sure that my cut crease is going to match up with how I want my wing to be, if you know what I mean. Now I'm just going to keep carving out my crease until I get the look that I want. And I was going for a pretty big crease today. Now, I had opened my eye a bit and the concealer touched the top, so I just took a brush and I was putting some more eyeshadow on it and going back over it with the concealer. Once my crease is nice and carved out, I'm going to go in with Buzz from the Naked palette on the same brush I used to pack on my highlight. I'm just going to pack that all over the concealer, using this as a base for my glitter glue. And then I'm going to go in with the NYX glitter glue, and you're going to notice as I'm packing it on that I'm staying near the middle of my eyelid and I'm not going too close to the waterline, because I've noticed whenever you do put glitter on your eye and try to use eyeliner over it, it's just a hot mess. So I try to stay away from my waterline to make it easier to put on my liner. I'm just gonna pack this all over. Now for my glitter, I actually took a cheap pink eyeshadow that I had got, and I kind of scraped it down a bit and mixed it with this NYX eyeshadow. I'm gonna show you in just a second. Okay, this NYX eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, glitter. Then I mixed those together, and I just took my brush and just packed it on my lid. didn't think it was sparkly enough, so you're going to see me take a bit more of the glitter glue on the same brush and pack on a little bit more of just the plain NYX glitter. I'm just going to pack that on until I get the shine that I like. Now I'm going to go in with the telescopic eyeliner from L'Oreal. I'm just going to start building in my eyes.
Today I didn't wake, but it's alright. And though it didn't feel good, it's alright. Today I didn't wake, but it's alright.
Once my eyeliner's on, I'm gonna go in with a bit more glitter glue into the in between the crease and my liner and fill that in with some glitter. I did my liner first to make sure that I didn't put any glitter where I wanted my eyeliner to be, because like I said, it will be a hot mess. And now I got a little bit of glue on my liner. I'm just fixing it a bit. Now once my eyeliner's on, I'm going to take the same concealer and clean it up a little bit. Just carving out the edges, and then you're going to see me blend it out. Okay, and I'm going to take my duo glue and just throw some lashes on. I'm using the Wispies by Ardell. Now, when I start my foundation, I have a burn in my ear, and it kind of looks like earwax, but I promise it's not earwax. I have a burn. I just thought I'd throw that in there before somebody comments it. And then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 228. I'm going to pat that all over my face using my damp beauty blender. It was pretty soaked. I actually soaked my beauty blender. So I'm going to buff that all over my face, and never forget your neck. Okay, now I'm going to start highlighting my face using the same concealer, my nose, my lip, my chin, everything. Now I'm going to buff it in using my finger. I actually don't find the beauty blender easy to buff it in. It kind of takes away my product, and I feel the same for brushes, so I always just use my good old finger. And I forgot to mention that I actually primed my face using the NYX setting spray. I just didn't record it on accident. My bad, guys. Now I'm going to start to cream contour my nose using the Tarteist palette in the shade Sculpt. Oh, I think it's Sculpt, actually. No, in the shade Shade. And then I'm going to start setting my face using this banana color from the NYX contour palette, and I believe it's in the shade Cream, but I'll list it below. I'm just going to set my whole face, and then I'm going to go in with Sculpt from the Tarteist palette on an e.l.f. contour brush or blush brush. I'm just going to start carving my face out, and I'm going to do my forehead and my chin and my nose and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to go in, oh, actually I'm going to bake my cheeks a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite part, my highlighter. Also on an e.l.f. brush. I'm not sponsored by e.l.f. I just bought some more brushes. Then I'm going to actually make sure I always spray my brush before I go in with highlighter to make it a lot more pigmented. And there we go. Highlighting my face. And then I'm just going to let that bake while I do the rest of my makeup. And now I'm going to go in with this Milani blush, and I barely put any on. I really don't wear that much blush. And I'm going to start using that same maroon shade I was talking about, and I'm going to use that as my under eye color, and I'm just going to buff that in. And then I'm going to go in with Strobe, the same color that I used to highlight my brows. Under my brows, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner, and then throw some mascara on, and then I'm going to always, like always, clean it up a bit with a Q-tip. And then I'm going to go in with my OG favorite lip color ever. It's in the shade London by NYX. And that's it for my Valentine's Day tutorial. If you guys liked it, make sure to give me a thumbs up and comment. Let me know what you think. And subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching.